morning, students. Today we will discuss about the solutions which contain the non-volatile solute. First of all, we should know how the vapor pressure of a liquid takes place. Okay. Suppose any certain temperature T, the vaporization when a liquid is kept in a closed chamber, the vaporization takes place from the surface. Okay. After some time, there will be an equilibrium in between the vapors and the liquid. At that time, whatever the pressure inside the chamber, that is known as the vapor pressure of that solution or vapor pressure of that liquid at that temperature. Okay. But what happens when we add some non-volatile solute in a pure liquid? Okay. Now, because we know that the vaporization takes place from the surface, when this is in pure state, all the molecules at the surface are of the volatile liquids and they participate in vaporization. Okay. But when the non-volatile solute is added to it, some places of the surfaces are occupied by this non-volatile solute. Now since it is non-volatile solute, that's why it does not vaporize. So the surface from which the vaporization is taking place, that is reduced. So we can say in a pure liquid, by adding the some amount of non-volatile solute, its vapor pressure is decreased. Vapor pressure is decreased. Okay. Regarding this, the Raoult's law gave a law. According to this law, the solutions, the vapor pressure of a solution containing non-volatile solute is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the solvent. Okay. This can be written in this way. Suppose P is the vapor pressure of the solution and it is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the solvent. Let the mole fraction of the solvent is XA. So this P is, and we can use PA for the vapor pressure of the solution. So PA is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the solvent. On removing the sign of the proportionality, PA equal to P0A XA, and here P0A is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent at that temperature. On the basis of this Raoult's law, the many properties of the solutions which contain the non-volatile solute can be explained upon this, and these properties are known as the colligative properties. Okay. So first of all, we should know what are colligative properties. The colligative properties are those properties of the solutions containing non-volatile solute which depends upon the number of particles only. Okay. For example, this is a solution which contains the some amount of the non-volatile solute. Whatever, suppose we added one molecule, only one molecule of the sodium chloride. Okay. So this molecule will divide into two particles. Okay. This sodium chloride is dissociated into Na plus Cl minus. So now the number of particles is 2. Whether they are ions or whether they are group of ions doesn't any matter, but the number of particles are 2. So we can say this, the colligative property will be doubled. Suppose we take a molecule of the glucose and this glucose molecule does not dissociate. Okay, so this remains as it is. So whatever the amount of molecules added to it, we are getting the same amount of the particles in the solution. So the colligative property will not affected by this. But here we are adding one particle, that is sodium chloride, but it is converted into two particles, means its colligative property will be doubled. Doesn't any matter whether they are ions, group of ions, etc. Okay. So again we can just recall that what are the colligative properties? For the solutions which contain the non-volatile solute, the properties which depend only upon the number of particles, do not depend upon their nature, type, etc., are known as colligative properties.